In this video, I'm going to show you a game I played that is related to the last video I did, which is the most common chess opening that players play. The most common chess opening you'll see, the king and pawn opening with the knight's defense, the Italian game, and all the offshoots of it. So here, I recommended in that video, black plays knight c5. Black played knight f6 here, and I said I don't recommend this because we have the fried liver attack. So again, I have a couple of videos on that. Make sure you check that out. It's a very sharp opening. However, you don't have to play the fried liver attack for white, and here I just play d3. Now, d3 is important. It's important not to play knight c3 when black plays knight f6 and his bishop is not on c5 yet, because black can actually play here, take the pawn. It's a known opening trap, and now if we take, black will come back here, fork the bishop and knight. Our best move is to take. Black wins back the piece, but not only that, has the bishop pair, and the bishop pair is an advantage, and black is much better here already. Now, why does it matter that the bishop is on c5 or not? Well, let's say I castled, or let's say, black put the bishop here and we castled. This wouldn't work now because after we take and black does this, we actually can just take the bishop. And after he takes our bishop, we're up a piece. We're just totally winning. So it only works if it's this position. So for that reason, I play d3, and now black plays h6. I play knight c3 now. Now it's safe. Black plays bishop c5. Now we come to the same position through transposition that I showed in the previous video. This is going to be the most common setup you see in your chess career or whatever you want to call it. Okay, I play bishop e3, and here my opponent takes, which I said was very common. It's actually it's a good move, but it's really hard to play from a human perspective, and I don't recommend taking that. I actually love when my opponents take here because my pawns are close together. They're guarding central squares now, and my rook is going to be open on the f-file when I castle, and I'm going to double my rooks and have a very strong attack, which comes into fruition later, so don't miss out on don't leave this video because you're going to miss out a really good attack. Spoiler alert. Okay, now, in the last video, I said after d6, we have to play a3. Actually, we could play a4 as well, but the same concept. We don't want our bishop getting trapped. If we just castle, the knight's going to come back here and trap our bishop. Let's say we come back here, and black has the bishop pair now. We're not the bishop pair, but we lost our really good bishop that we want to keep. It's very important that we keep that bishop for the attack. So for that reason, after d6, I play a2. Now again, it's after d6. If black plays this now, he's not covering the pawn. I could take, and if he takes, we win a pawn and a central pawn, so that's more important than losing the bishop for the knight. Therefore, after d6, d6 is the signal. It's the cue to play a3. Now if black plays here, we play bishop a2, and we're totally fine. Okay, so black castles here. I develop the queen, and black plays b6. Normally, we would see bishop e6, but this is actually an okay strategy. Black wants to fianchetto the bishop and use that to attack my king side. I go ahead and castle. Black plays the aforementioned fianchetto bishop move, and I play h3 like I mentioned in the previous video. This is such a common opening. I see this setup all the time. So again, really watch that video. It's very helpful. So why do I play h3? Like I mentioned before, if I play rook here, knight g4 is annoying. It just punts my rook back to where it was. So I play h3 first. This also gives me lift from my king, so I don't get any annoying back rank checks later on. Okay, he plays knight a5, which I mentioned again in the previous video that's a waste of a move because now I have bishop a2. Okay, so he realizes that and plays knight c6 here, and now I start to double my rooks on the open file. He develops his queen, I double my rooks, and rook d8. Okay, almost the same position I showed in the last video. Now, I want to put my knight here to get to here, but he has tricks here, like knight e4, hitting the knight, and after I take, he takes. I mean, I'm still okay because, again, I have such good development, but I didn't want to take any chances here. I wanted the queen to be off this diagonal before I played knight h4. Okay, so here I just made a waiting move, hid my king, And after queen d7, now I play knight h4. The whole point of knight h4 is it's a pivot square to get to f5. f5 is a very strong square for the knight. Okay, and right here, I could play rook takes f6 right away and damage black's pawn structure and around the king and win a couple of pawns. That would be fine, but I was just decided to play a little bit more patient in this game. I play knight f5 first, and after a series of exchanges, black tries to set up some type of a battery on my king side. And now I go ahead and take the knight. You might be saying, why am I exchanging a rook for a knight? Well, because after this, I have knight d5. I'm going to get material back. I busted open black's king side, and I'm threatening check, winning the queen. So black has to defend that, which he does, but now I just get another pawn. Not only that, but I get the exchange back because he's going to lose the queen. So he has to take. So I get the exchange back with interest. The interest being my opponent's king is busted, and this pawn's going to go most likely. My opponent tries to protect this king, but after queen h5, it's mate and 4. There's nothing black can do about it. He tried to just attack my rook or something, but after this check, I have forced mate. Anyway, hopefully you found that video helpful. This, again, is reference to the last video, the most common chess opening. This is just a real game I played from there to show you how often I get into it myself still at the advanced level. Anyway, if you like that video, check out this one. Get out of here, go play some chess.